Hi. Baking is not easy. I'm in my shop right now. I'm gonna start my mixing my daily bread for the next day, right? So basically we work 2 days ahead. So I'm gonna start mixing bread that will be baked tomorrow in 24 hours tomorrow. So right now I'm gonna, because you can't just only do one thing, so you have to multitask. So while I'm doing my mixing for the next day, I'm also baking the bread that I've made the following day. So, and at the same time, I'm cooking tarts and quiches and everything right now in the oven. So a lot of things are going on. This is a one-man's job, right? There's no one there to back you up. I'm the person in charge. So you have to have an element of multitasking. You have to be very, very well organized. So I'm gonna kick start my mixing right now. Just watch. Start up my scale. My water's here. My salt. My baker's yeast. Container. I'm gonna prepare my cereal for my cereal bread. This is a concoction of seeds, sunflower, sesame, linseed, pumpkin seed. It's so much going on right now. So I'm gonna mix this now with water to start soaking as I'm making the flour, the dry ingredient ready. I'll just work with my multiplicator table. So every day is different. Today is Tuesday. One thing I forgot to show you is this is my sourdough starter. The white one, that's for baguettes. I made it yesterday, so now it's well fermented. As you can see, a lot of activity. Those are bubbles. That's for baguette. This is a white flour sourdough. And for the darker sourdough, I use the darker rye mixed with white flour sourdough. It's also well fermented. I made it 1 day ahead. So for white bread, white sourdough. For brown, dark bread, dark sourdough. Now for this I need 250 grams of cereal. Right, 250 grams of water. Okay, now the recipe is 180 grams of water, but I'm gonna put only 1,800 grams. So 1 liter 800 grams, but I'm gonna only put 1 liter for now. And I adjust the rest during my basinage process to just make sure I don't end up with too much water in my dough. So now I'm gonna add my levain to this mix. So I zero my scale. It's the sourdough starter, the levain, we call it in French. So I need 400 gram. Good. So now I'm going to leave that aside to soak and mix the flour. Zero mascara. Flour, I need a white bread flour, 280 gram. So 2 kilo and 800. So for this bread, I use the Sourdough flour, which I'll show you the covering. It's a French brand, very reliable, strong gluten flour. I need 2 kilo, 800 gram of Sourdough. Done. Now, next I need some rye flour, T130 rye flour. That's slightly grayish, but that's the rye flour, T30 type. I need 300 gram. Done. Salt and yeast. Now I always put my yeast first. For this batch, I need 10 gram of fresh baker's yeast. Now I always put my yeast that way and the salt that way, never together, because the salt can actually corrode or burn the yeast. So I keep salt separated from the yeast on that side, salt on that side. Yeast 50 gram for this batch. Done. That's the cereal bread done. The cereal sourdough. That's this bread I'm mixing right now. That's the end job. Flour, sourdough, and the cereal together. Now next bread, I'm gonna mix a rye bread, rusty rye bread. Here's the flour. In French, pain noir. This bread. This bread has got seeds in it already. This flour has seeds in it already. Linseed and pumpkin seeds, like 4 concoctions of seeds, so allergic. And also it's slightly salty. C'est un petit peu salé cette farine. Poquito salada. Alors, je reprends. As you see, I've been called. My oven is calling me because my tarts are ready. Tarts and quiches. French flan. Piping hot. Tarte alsacienne, apple tart alsacienne. Torta de manzana alsacienne. La tarte alsacienne française, bien sûr. Mix crumble berry. Mix berry crumble. Pear and raspberry tart. Mushroom quiche. Des quiches aux champignons. O se llama en español, ¿cómo se llama? Champiñones. Kuchen, como dicen. O quiche de champiñón. Courgette. Quiche courgette. In front with the tomato, you see this is goat cheese, very versatile, very rich. And derrière, quiche Lorraine derrière. At the back here, this is quiche Lorraine with dices of lardon. Courgette pour 6 personnes, pour une personne. Courgette for six persons, and the small one for 1 person. Now I'm gonna leave them to cool and I get back to my bread. To gain time, I'm gonna launch my rye bread. The one that I'm mixing, I'm gonna start baking. The one I made earlier the day before, just to gain time. So while something is baking, then I come back here and I continue mixing. Bread out. One more tray. Get my water ready. Baker's razor. Je fleure. Je passe. Coup de grigne. Je grigne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Je grigne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Je fais une croix, a cross. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Je mets ma lame à côté. Door open. La flotte, ça va dans le four. Rapidement, quickly as possible. Porte fermée. Time 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Go. Encore une fois. Cereal bread, pan céréal integrado. Je dois mettre 3 plateaux à chaque fois. High dust. I scar my bread. Cut diamond style. Jus green. La lame. D'abord, jus green en croix. Je fais une croix. Je fais une croix. Je fais une croix. Je fais une croix. And a final cross. Water. Je décolle. Parchment paper comes off the bunch. Door open. J'arrose. Timer 20 minutes. Alors, I put this back. Wow, this is this example of multitasking. Have 2 or 3 things happening at the same time, so you can gain more time. No time wasting. Back to my rye bread. Pavé noir, 1 kg 950. The rusty rye, 1 kg 100 and 1 kg 950 grams. 1 kg 900. And 50 grams. Done. Yeast. 5 grams of yeast. Salt. 4 kg. 4 grams. 4 grams de sel. Dry piece ready, put aside, straighten the mixer. Now the water base. 1 liter, 150 grams, but I'm just gonna put 1 liter and adjust the remaining later. Sourdough starter, dark sourdough starter. Quantity 280 grams, 280 grams, 280 200, I'm going to say, un poquito más. Eso. We mix the water, everything in the mixer. En route, le pétrin. One, 4 minutes and 4 seconds in fast speed. 4 minutes in slow speed and 7 minutes in fast speed. Next. Pain compagne. This type of bread, pain compagne. Today is Tuesday, so I'm mixing for Thursday. And it's 11. Paul Dupuis white bread flour, 3 kilo 225. That's good. Dry tea, 130 type. 570 dry tea, type tea 130. Le pavé noir, 570 grammes, 570. Done. Yeast and salt. Levure boulangère 12 grammes. Sel 75. Salt 75 grammes. Pain compagne ready. The water base on my pain compagne. Two liter 400. 2 litres 400 grammes. Ben, je vais mettre seulement 2 litres. I put 2 liters for now and adjust the rest. Le vin noir 450. Sourdough, dark sourdough 450 grams. So water base for combined water with sourdough ready. Last bread, the baguette. Tout est bon. Un petit peu d'eau, little bit water. baguette bread, baguette deschamps, $5 kilos, 5 kilograms of white whole du brie, yeah. 5 kilos baguette done, 5 kilogramos, eso por pan baguettes. Ahora la levadura más sal. Now I'm going to put the yeast, which is 20 grams of fresh yeast. Salt. $100 grams de sel. I know my container is small, but I'm managing. I'll put 100 grams here of salt. The reason why you should always put the salt together so that when you overdo, when you over pour, you can just pinch. You just pinch the excess of salt and you're done. If you scatter it around, it will be difficult to pick up the excess. Alors, c'est fait, les baguettes. L'eau et le levain pour les baguettes. Pour 5 kilos de baguettes, j'ai besoin de 3 litres. I need 3 liters of water, but I'm going to put only 200 and half for now, and I'll do the adjustment later. I put 2 liters and half. That way I don't get caught out with excess of water in my dough. 2 liters and a half done. Now I need my white sourdough for baguette. Separate sourdough for baguette. I don't use the dark sourdough on baguette because it's got dark ripe flour in it, so that color will compromise my white bread, so I don't want that. So the white specific levain de baguette, I need 750 grammes de levain blanc. Baguette ready. Scale off. Un peu de farine. Bada boom, done. My cereal, my allergen cereal back with the lump. Salt back. My yeast back into the fridge. And later I will refresh my levain, my sourdough later in towards the end. But right now this is unnecessary, so I'll leave them right here for now. And I go back to what's more important. So in bakery, you gotta always prioritize the most important things first. My bread are baking. My first bread, my rice, my cereal are baking. Down as well, so it's baking. And at the same time, my rye for the next couple of days is